Welcome to the GMBN Tech Show. Coming up this week, we've got bikes,
pedals,
rims,
racks,
and much, much more.
More industry news. We've got product news coming up later where there's lots of fun stuff, promised, but we've got, I guess, more sort of bleak news. We chatted about YT before, and it's a complex situation, which we'll go into a bit more, but there's more kind of sad news from the industry, and that's that Intense are pausing retailing in Europe. So I've got an official word, which is effective immediately. Intense Cycles will be pausing online sales and distribution in Europe, effectively. So they're no longer selling bikes for the time being. It's not a decision that they've made lightly. It's part of a broader strategy to focus our resources and the stability of the core business in North America. This is really big news.
It is.
Yeah. I mean, Intense are, for me, an extremely storied brand. I mean, I'm an older person to a degree, but, you've got like Palmer's iconic, probably the most famous second place, I think, in the sport in Kent. Incredible race result there. Actually, really incredible to see the bike too, but that's a separate point. And I guess the other thing about Intense is that those early M1s, which weren't just kind of race-winning bikes under Palmer, there was loads of other people that were racing on them, like some of the really big names, like Lee Donovan, like John Tomac, like Greg Minnaar. All these racers won on, effectively, Intenses, but with different stickers on them. So it's a real shame to see the sort of the downhill heritage. I mean, they weren't just downhill brands either. There was, just before Sea Otter, they launched their new Spider, their trail bike, which is really cool, like shorter travel, shorter than we've seen from some brands already, and it looked really fun. And we chatted to Jeff on the Tech Show about gearbox bikes and how it could be the future. So hopefully it is just a pause and they're going to kind of get back on track, and it sounds really positive. So there's still all the support, there's still spares that you can get for Europe. So it feels like very much like a smart decision from Intense to be like, okay, cool, we can't spread ourselves too thinly. So what we'll do is we'll not sort of just plough on, we'll change something. Back to YT. We talked about it before, and it feels like it's much more of an issue than Intense. And I guess the other thing is it's complicated. It's confusing. But the story has changed even further from when we last discussed it. So what else has happened?
So since we last discussed YT's troubles, they have launched an e-bike. So the new Decoy.
Okay, that makes perfect sense, of course. Right.
I will say in their defence, will have been in the pipeline for a little while now, because we know bikes don't just get developed and launched overnight.
Very, very valid. So
there is that. But at the same time, when you're not able to fulfil your customers' orders, it does seem a little bit, I think wrong is the wrong word, to just wave it in their faces a little bit.
Odd situation to cover all.
There we go.
But it does feel very grating, isn't it? If you were one of these customers that not only were you not able to buy a bike, not being able to buy a bike is sad, but in some cases there's people who are not having refunds. So they will have had a bike, been told, oh, we don't have that bike, and been told, and actually now we don't have to give you a refund. So then the optics that you're then like, a week later, you feel like, hey, don't worry, guys, we've got a new EMTB. It's all going to be okay because those sell, those go okay. So your bike that wasn't an EMTB is not. I think YT have issued an apology on the topic. So I think they've started to understand that the optics of how they're going about business isn't necessarily working for them. And I think it's really interesting in terms of they came out as a real challenger brand, and they had a route to market that was different. They had products that were different, and it seemed to be really focused on a really tight product line. A couple of bikes, and a couple of models, and then very sort of like limited spec options. Like you could only get it in, I don't know, like Öhlins or Boss suspension, not like the big players. Feels like that's changed though now, hasn't it?
It's just sort of more, dare I say, generic bike brand sort of way of doing things, of having lots of product, lots of spec, and then somehow not having lots of product to.
Well, I mean, there is irony there, isn't it? Effectively, they've been over-specced, they've had too many bikes, and it would appear, we don't know, it's complicated, they might have run out of money and then had to go back to creditors, etc. It is complicated, we don't suggest it's that simple at all. But then to kind of go, we've got too many bikes, we've got to pay for them, we can't pay for them, and now we don't actually have any bikes. Should we move to a nicer, cheerier topic about new stuff?
Let's do that. New stuff. So, new stuff, Owen.
Yeah, we've got new stuff.
Let's go.
Let's go cheery. Okay, Propain have got an all-new Hugene.
Yes.
Yeah, which you might have seen, actually, because Rich has done a really good epic ride on it, which sort of hints at what this bike has become.
Yeah.
He did a really big epic ride over big, rough terrain, because the Hugene is the trail bike.
Yeah.
And I think it's really fun that Propain have essentially not buckled under industry pressure of creating the new Hugene by adding like 10 mil of travel or 15 mil travel extra. Loads of bike brands have done that, but with Propain, they've actually gone, you know what? For trail riding, what do we actually need? Well, we might need like really good geometry, tick, done that. But do we need it to be like a mini enduro bike? No, it can be a trail bike. So that's what they've done.
Nice.
So it's kind of more trail, less enduro.
Yep.
So, well, that's because they've got the Tyee as an enduro bike, and that's a really good bike. So this one stays as the trail bike. It's got, more trail attitude because it's got less travel. So it's 130 mil rear travel paired with a 140 fork. Although you can put a 150 fork on it too. Yeah, which could be quite fun. And it's more trail because it's got more frame storage. Actually, I should say it's got in-frame storage. Yeah, because it has, which is all fun. Geometry has been subtly refined again, still nice and progressive. So head angles are 64.8, seat angles are 77.5. There's 4 sizes, and as you would expect from Propain, there are lots of specs. So there's 4 kind of stock builds. So there's like a base, a bomber, an ultimate, and factory, and you've got like RockShox, Mazzocchi, more RockShox, and then Fox Factory at the top end, and a smattering of different shifting systems. The top tier one does have XTR's Di2, so that is proper blingy. But there's loads of options also for customization through their configurator. So you can go online and you could start with the bike with the RockShox silo forks, the base model, and then you could upgrade. Okay, I want those better and those better and those better, and pick what you want, including like decals, paint jobs, all that jazz. Complete start from 3,399. That's in GB pounds.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. And you can get a frame only from £2,249.
Amazing.
Yeah, nice
Cool.
bike.
All right, sticking with the trail bike theme.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Trek have launched a new Roscoe.
Oh.
So the hardcore hardtail.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So it's been, the Roscoe platform has been around for a little bit.
Yeah.
And it did, I think this is the 4th generation of it now.
Yes.
Very first one being sort of the, what would we call it?
I think it was Plus Bike, wasn't it?
That's the word I was looking for, thank you. Yeah, Plus Bike hardtail, which was a cool bike, and it's just been sort of refined and refined and refined.
Yeah.
Again, so now we're on to the Gen 4 version. It's had quite the refresh, sort of in line with other sort of modern hardcore hardtails. So we've got a head angle of 65 degrees, an effective seat angle of 75 degrees on the small and medium, and then moving to 76 on the medium, large and XL. Chainstays on the 27.5 wheeled small bikes, 42.5 centimetres, and on the 29er frames, it's 430.
That is tight.
Nice and tight.
Yeah, that is good.
What you want in a hardtail. From the previous generation, you do lose a size option.
I mean, 5 is still quite a lot.
That's still quite a lot, yeah. And then what have we got? So it's got a shorter seat tube as well, so you can run a longer dropper.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That all nice.
That's really cool. But looking at the photos as well, there's a frame bag specific to the bike, and you can still get a decent sized water bottle in as well.
Yeah, you can.
Which is really cool. So a very versatile platform there. So we've got usual things, UDH, threaded BB, cable routing internal through the down tube.
Yeah, and then I think it pops out of the BB, and then you can so it's pretty user friendly stuff.
Yeah, super serviceable. Cool stuff. So the Roscoe 8, so the nice spec one, you've got Dior 12-speed with 4-pot Dior brakes 2 and a Fox 36.
Oh, nice.
Yep, for $2,399. Okay. Then the Roscoe 7, which uses Shimano Q's 10-speed with MT200 brakes.
Yes.
RockShox Recon fork, $1,499.
And you're saying dollars here?
Dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why are we not saying it in pounds?
Because unfortunately, it's only available in the US.
Oh.
Currently.
Oh, come on, Trek.
Yeah, come on. We want to see them over here.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, but join us in the comments if you think that should come over. To me, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
I mean, knock a couple of quid off the price as well, but Q's 10-speed bike, that'd be great. Yeah. Okay, P&W.
Oof.
I know, we've got a pedal. It's actually very exciting. We can do a bit of a reveal. So, P&W, they've got a tremendous logo because they're based in the Pacific Northwest. They've got new pedals, new flat pedals. Let me dig them out. Right. I'll let you dive in. I'll run through the specs.
Thank you.
Yeah, have a look through. So it's big platform, 105 by 115. It's got a nice concave shape, all of which is pretty similar to nice pedals out there. But what you won't see is some of the other details that we can see here. So first up is how the cartridge and bearing system is. Effectively, you've got double row cartridge bearings on the inside, and then there's a cartridge assembly. So effectively, we can thread that section off and it comes out. So not only is it really well sealed inside, but it should be really easy to sort and actually service. So they've kind of, real simple. Does mean, I guess, it's not quite as flat as some other pedals, but it's got that concave platform, so it's nice. Now, 8 of 10 pins, which sounds like a game show, doesn't it? Are a design from, so it's a patented design from Tectonic Pedals, which is a pedal company I've got to say I've never heard of. And effectively, all these pins are held in by grub screws.
Okay.
So it is quite a bit more complex than a regular pin, but there's quite a lot of logic to it. Effectively, the way that they've machined it, it's got kind of like grippy edges, so it will grip. It also has kind of a little line, so if you hit it, it's almost like a failure point, and that's where it will break. So you can undo the grub screw and then take it out from the other side, or snap it off and take it out from either way. There's lots of adjustability. I think it's really clever. I really like that.
Yeah.
There's spare pins in there as well. You can have a look at them all.
Nice.
And yeah, of course, there's lots of colours. So we've got purple, there's black, there's silver, there's green, there's orange. Prices for these start at $149 US. So the Loam V1, the first generation, is still available. They're only $100 now, but they also do a resin one, which has also got adjustable pins, not fancy ones like these, but that's under 50.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's very fun. I like it.
Sticking with kit, Giro or Giro.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Let us know.
Yeah.
They've got a new Montaro helmet on offer. Yeah. So it's the Montaro MIPS 3 trail helmet with a compact shape and extended coverage. So elevated safety with MIPS Evolve Core. So that's the sort of slide layer within the lid.
It's not like the fancy pads one. I think it's just the slide layer in it.
Yeah.
Still going to help.
Yeah, that's cool. And then we've got the Rock Lock, which is, I guess, their adjustment system in the helmet. Yeah, that's cool. We've got 2-position adjustable visor. You can adjust with one hand.
Useful.
Integrated sunglasses holders.
Not useful for me, but I've heard it's useful for others.
I like them. Yeah. They're cool. Ionic antimicrobial moisture wicking padding.
Right.
I also like that bit.
Okay.
Fidlock magnetic buckle.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then certified to CPSC and e-bike standard.
Oh, the catchy NTA 8776.
That one.
Oh, the classic.
Yep, and it is available in 3 sizes. So we've got small, medium and large, and then a whole range of colours. So we've got matte and gloss black, matte white, gloss white, matte stone, gloss stone, and then, matte sage and gloss sage.
Yeah,
so,
it feels like they've got kind of, it's a clever way of bulking out the colours that they've done there. Yeah. With a matte and kind of
gloss
normal,
and
finish.
Class.
Effectively, it's just a couple of colours, but there you go.
So pricing from £159.99 sterling.
That's not bad. Nice. Yeah. How do you get to the trailhead?
Ooh, normally in a car.
There you go. Well, if you're like lots of people and you need to put bikes on cars, Saris might be the people that you should have a look at. They've got some new racks. The Edge, the Freedom, and the Super Clamp.
Oof.
I know, that feels like a character from a cartoon. Anyway, all of them are quite clever in the fact that they've got 0 frame contact. So they've got these arms which kind of clamp down on the tyres. So they don't touch the frame, they don't touch the fork. All of them have got aluminium construction. So that's lightweight, strong, all the things that you want. Tool-free and anti-wobble system. That's what they say. You do need a kind of like a hitch point, or effectively in the UK we'd say a tow bar, for these to mount on. Adjustable front wheel block. So this is the thing that kind of clamps down and holds the wheel. 20-inch to 29-inch, which is real good.
What about 32? Future prepping here. Yeah,
well, I mean, there we go. Fold and tilt, so you can kind of like clunk it down to get into it. And the Freedom model is made in the USA completely, which is really impressive. Prices start from $599.99 US dollars. So that's like 600 US dollars. Nice stuff. Let us know if you want to see more racks, because we could do a little special feature all about racks. Maybe you'd like that.
Cool. So got a couple of bits of news from We Are One.
Oh, lovely.
Yep.
Yeah.
So first, if you missed it, the amazing hub and wheel builders, they're owned by i9.
Yes.
Yep. They sort of bought the We Are One. So the
Oh, so they bought the rim brand.
Yep.
And I mean, I think they've got a frame as well.
Yep.
Oh, right. I wonder if it's Industry 10 now then. No?
I see what you did there.
Right, okay,
But
that's a no.
Maths aside,
Yes.
they're known for making some really, really nice sort of carbon products. So, they did dabble with a carbon downhill bike, as you were saying. But yeah, they do handlebars, stems, rims, and they were doing complete wheels, but now we'll see how that one plays out.
Yeah, exactly, agreed.
But they are expanding their Convergent series of rims. So the current range has been the Sector for trail stuff, the Triad for enduro, and then the Fuse for e-bike.
Nice.
But now there's the Deal for downhill, World Cup tested, and everyone's loving it and they're confident in it where it counts. And then the Wisp, which is the XC, built for speed, engineered for longevity.
I like that. The Wisp. Good name for an XC wheel. Yeah, the Convergent series, I think these are the ones that have got like a slight sort of like wave pan in the rim shape. So it kind of means that the spoke has got more support because like the spoke coming down, I'm doing the triangulation the wrong way, like that way from that centre hub. So kind of like the wibble matches where that spoke comes out. Described exceptionally badly, I'm sorry about that. Oh, and normally we've got a competition on here, but we've actually got two competitions because there's a camelback competition over on the Dirt Shed show. So, go and have a look at that on the main channel. But there's a big prize of a hog mountain bike pack, so with a big one, 20 litres, 3 litre reservoir. Get some podium steel bottles. You can get some podium regular bottles, a 1 litre chug. Loads of good stuff, and some mugs as well. So, there are T's and C's, but go and have a look because it might run out soon. Go, move quickly.
Before we go too far, just a reminder that our audience survey is still live and it could see you winning Garmin Edge MTB head unit.
Or a wonderful bluegrass and met protection package. So click on the little linky thing in the description box down below or on the QR tag and you too can enter our survey and, survey it. Let us know all the things that you like about mountain biking.
It's quiz time.
Yay! I love a quiz.
Yes.
Right.
So last week in the news we spoke briefly about Virginia Tech sort of upgrading their rating system because everyone's doing so well now with making helmets.
Good. Helmets are better helmets.
So we asked, what is the name of Virginia Tech's helmet testing protocol and what does it stand for?
Super Testing Acumen Research.
Unfortunately not.
Oh.
No, so
Can I go again?
Yeah, go for it.
Super Testing Attitude Relaxed.
Not quite.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you the answer. So it's called the STAR system, and it's the summation of tests for the analysis of risks, and it was correctly answered by you guys on screen now.
Well done. Well done, Tim and Sepster. And we've got a little correction, actually, because on the Retro Richie, I think, as well as Tim, I think actually Sepster got it right as well.
Yes, I did see that, actually. Yeah. Well done.
Right, okay, cool. Question time.
What are we doing this week?
Okay, I think, because when I first... Was it Roscoe? Yeah. Roscoe, when it was a fat bike... No, when it was a plus bike, there was lots of hype about plus bikes. I think Trek got the godfather of mountain biking, Gary Fisher, to talk about stuff. I think I've got Gary kind of stuck in my head talking about tyres. No bad thing. It's a good thing. To those of you who do not know, he is a pioneer of the sport. He didn't necessarily invent mountain biking, but he created some of the iconic brands that made mountain biking. Yeah. You could easily say that, so lots of people will know the main brand that he's famous for. And that's not much of a question. Like, the guy's name is Gary Fisher and the bike company was, you can do the maths. But there was another bike brand that he had the name to, he then sold the name. Let us know what that brand was in the comments down below. Fun story.
Time for cool stuff we've seen. What cool stuff have we seen this week, Owen?
We've seen a smorgasbord of fun stuff. So Ted James Designs, TJD? Gee, I can't say things. He's got his Moto Proto, which is this rad bike that he showed off at Bespoke. It's got all the tick box of kind of wild stuff that you need. Gearbox, belt drive, 160 or 150 travel, or you could set it up as 140, 130. Yep. Obviously, it's full custom front end. so you can do the reach and stack just as you want. But Ted is now kind of saying that you can go and buy it. And it gets even better in the fact that he will change the tube spec to suit what you want. So if you want like a real twangy feeling bike, tick. You want a solid stiff bike, tick. So I thought that was super cool that we've got like a bespoke show bike and then we've got a production bike. Cool.
So we're going to talk about Firefly again.
I know.
They're a regular of this segment because they just do some really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, they do.
It's just a really nice bar and stem combo.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. No, I think you've just nailed it with that. I think they're just doing just beautiful stuff. And I just really like it. It's like really good vibes for an ATB. Like it's got big fat tyres, 2.6.
Yeah.
Just looks fun. If I was going to make a bike, I reckon it'd look not dissimilar to that.
No.
Well, I'm a bit old and creaky, so I'd have to have a suspension fork on mine. But anyway. And then finally, I'm not sure if you saw this, but Manitou on their Instagram had this awesome retro bike from Yeti from 1992. So it's from Cycleworks in Switzerland, who have got loads of retro bikes. Maybe we should go and visit them, actually.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be really fun, wouldn't it? So this bike in particular is a 1992 Yeti ARC, so that's like the race bike, but it's the AS, which is then like the prototype race bike. And when you see the kind of pictures, you can see that it's got this humongous chainring on it. So I think it might be, it's at least a double, it might be a triple. So I think it's for maybe Kamikaze. Correct me in the comments down below. And I even recognise these tyres because I had a set. It was like my first set of tyres that were like aftermarket. So these are the made by IRC. These are the Yeti for racing only. Real cool. Let me know if you like that nerdiness in the comments down below.
Now it's time for hashtag AskGMBNTECH.
Super, we like this.
Cool. So we've got a question from Kubitza1. What good bottom bracket would you recommend for a hardtail? Up to 150 euros. My weight is 102 kilos.
Yeah. And I kind of replied because I was kind of like, not how long is a piece of string, but bottom brackets especially, there is a lot of options. But Kubitza1 came back and was like, he's got a Dior XT, described the bottom bracket, described the dimensions, told me where he rides, what's he got, this is what he wants. He also said hello, so hello to Poland. Yeah, I mean, what's your take on replacing a kind of classic Shimano XT bottom bracket with BSA?
Go for exactly the same bottom bracket. Yeah, I mean, you can't really go too far wrong with OEM.
No, so, I think they're really fantastic. And then I saw the pricing.
Yeah. So for the 10th of your budget, you can have a bottom bracket.
Yeah,
so
worked really well. Yeah, so we're saying 10th of the budget because, like, I looked online and I saw that you could get an XT BSA bottom bracket for under 15 quid.
That's not bad at all.
Not really, because it will last ages.
Yeah.
Now, we should say, for being kind of very fair and even, that if you want to spend lots more, there's loads of other options, and we can also help you there. Hope.
Yep.
We've
got Giro.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice bottom brackets. And we've got Chris King, if you're feeling super spenny.
Yes, because he makes their own bearings.
Yeah.
So why not? You can go Chris King as well. Go wild. Let us know if that helps. And if you've got a burning question about tech that you feel that you could answer, use the hashtag AskGMBNTECH and we'll try and answer it, even in the comments, just like that.
Yeah. And speaking of comments...
Oh, yes.
See that segment there. So, last week we asked, do we have too much choice when it comes to choosing a mountain bike now?
Yep.
And there was some really good comments from you guys. So let's get into them.
Okay, Wayne Busby, 6525. He understands the frustration people feel when a complete new bike costs $4,000, yet some frames cost, 3K alone. This is true for most manufacturers. He recalls in the 80s, a motoring journalist priced all the parts needed to build a new car. He doesn't remember the make or the model, but we're assuming it's not a Trabant. And it worked out to be 10 to 20 times the cost of the same new car from a dealer. I think that is the thing, is that yes, they're really expensive bikes now, but if you kind of half the price and go back 10 years, but there were still lots of expensive bikes then. But now I think it's probably because entry-level bikes are really stonking good. There are expensive bikes. I'm not saying they're not, but
on that note, our pal Tim chimed in.
Brilliant.
I've said it before, and I'll say it again, and those Merida bikes were prime support for this, but bikes are not too expensive. The bike you want is too expensive.
Thanks, Tim. I haven't read the comments there below to the next one, but that's the point. I think I did a show. It could be a month ago, it could be 6 months, it could be a year ago, on the Dirt Shed Show, just talking about with Martin about how good entry-level bikes are now. And they're not cheap, but if you kind of do the maths on how inflation has affected pricing, what you get for your money now is really amazing. Like, it's such a good bike. I mean, parts of my bike fell off when I rode it to start with, but it was like, oh no, that's the thing. That's what they do. Yeah. D-Pad Dave, if more bike companies would sell just frames, it would simplify things a lot. But they won't, because there's too much money on reselling the much lower cost OEM parts, original equipment manufacturers. So far more profit margin they make on selling those than actually selling the frame alone. Interesting. I'd not done that maths. It'd be far better for consumers and probably be better for the bike companies because they have to expend less up front as they're always struggling in business. Interesting thoughts. I like that, yeah. And
then last comment we got from Jane Flakes. It's quite a nice one, I think. So I've always built my own bikes, starting with a frame and fork. Buying a new complete bike usually sees me changing so many parts just to make it feel right for me. However, I am in my 50s, have been riding since I was 16 and worked in the bike trade for years, so I had access to workshop and extensive tools. Now, as a disabled rider, I'm finding that my trike just doesn't feel right, so I've built new wheels, fitted new gears, waiting for some new brakes to arrive. I may not be able to ride hardcore trails anymore, but I'm still riding and even flipped the trike on the trail with my daughter, who had to give me first aid. Felt like I was 16 again, out riding with my brother. Yeah.
That's real good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Interesting insights. Thank you very much, Jane. Yeah. What have we got to look forward to this week?
Well, I'm going to show you guys how to fit the new Dior XT to your bike.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
I feel we've also got a rundown of the cheapest enduro race bikes from this year's EDR. So cheapest to most expensive. I suspect there will be some pricey steeds amongst the list. And remember, if you haven't entered the competition, then do. And if you've got a burning question, use the hashtag AskGMBNTech and we'll try and answer it just here.